Hey, ICC friends, it's your girl Xaviera, and I am here with a quick and spoiler-free review of Creed 3. So the film opened in theaters on March 3rd, 2023, and the film stars Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan Majors, Tessa Thompson, Mila Kent Davis, Wood Harris, and the one and only Phylicia Rashad, just to name a few. Now, to say that this is one of the most highly anticipated films of 2023 is a huge understatement. Not only do we have Michael B. Jordan returning as Adonis Creed, but we also have him sitting in the director's chair making his directorial debut. And he did good. Congratulations, Michael B. Jordan. So the third installment of the franchise finds Adonis Creed adjusting and settling into a new life outside of the ring. Bianca, his beautiful wife, is also dealing with a huge life change, but it's all good as the two come together to raise their beautiful daughter, Amara. But you know how it is when life is going good, right? Something has to pop up and shake your whole life up. And that's when Jonathan Majors enters the chat. Jonathan plays the role of Dame Anderson, aka Diamond Dame. Now, Dame and Adonis go way to the back. They go way back. The two have a lot of history, and it's a complicated history. Dame was a prize fighter with a lot of potential, but there was a huge life-changing incident that occurred that resulted in Dame spending nearly the next 20 years of his life in jail, while Adonis went on to become one of the biggest boxers in the world. As you can imagine, when Dame got out of jail, he was a tad salty, and he came to see Adonis because he wants his things. And by his things, I mean, he wants to be the heavyweight boxing champ of the world. Like fresh out the clank, fresh out. Now, this causes a super complicated dynamic between Adonis and Dame, which ultimately leads to two childhood friends throwing hands in the ring. Now, what I love most about Creed 3 was the substance. It was like substance that I feel like I didn't get in the first two. Not saying that they weren't good. I feel like this was different from like the Rocky films and the Creed films of past, where, you know, we have Adonis and then we have this arch rival or nemesis that he fights in the ring and he defeats, and we're all yay, yay, and we go home. This was much more complicated than that because of the relationship between Adonis and Dame. Their fabrics were woven together, and now we're dealing with all these different things like guilt and abandonment and resentment. I just felt like Dame wasn't a typical villain or antagonist like we've seen in past films. In the grand scheme of things, he was someone who lost everything and was just fighting to get it back, even if he went about it the wrong way. I had empathy for his character, and it may be because he was cut up like a Julian salad, but I also felt for Adonis, who was in a very complicated position of having someone from his past kind of come back to haunt him, and then he's carrying the weight of guilt, and it's just a lot, y'all. It's a lot. So I'll just wrap it up and keep it cute by saying the film gives you something to chew on. Now, one complaint that I heard about the film from others was that they felt like the storylines were rushed and character development really wasn't there. That wasn't my ministry. I mean, it's a film, it's not a documentary. While there's always room for more character development, I feel like we had enough to keep this film moving. Can I just take a minute to give Tessa Thompson her flowers? Girl, Bianca, I did not realize. I already knew Tessa Thompson was talented. I already know she's beautiful. I did not realize how soothing her voice is. Every time she was talking, I was like, tell me more, Bianca. Let's elaborate on this a little bit more. Mila Kent Davis, who played the couple's daughter, Amara, she was like the perfect dose of tenderness throughout this film that sometimes got intense or sometimes got real deep down in the feelings. She was like the perfect balance of bringing that funny and that sweet and that innocence and just this, just sweet. Now, let me circle back to Michael B. Jordan as a director. One of the things I want to give Michael B. Jordan his kudos on is his decision to use IMAX cameras while filming some of the fight scenes. Y'all, those fight scenes were so crisp. I was sitting in the theater like, I know he's about to get a 4D experience. From the cinematography to the meat and potatoes of the storyline, everyone killed it as far as their acting, you know, what they brought to the game. We don't even need to get into Jonathan Majors, do we? Shall we? Let's do it. In the year of our Lord 2023, I am thoroughly convinced that there is not a role on this planet that Jonathan the Majors cannot slay. If y'all told Jonathan Majors to act like the letter D, the other 25 letters in the alphabet would just have to exit stage left, baby. So in closing, I'm going to give Creed 3 an 8 out of 10. I'm only pulling 2 points because there were a few scenes that could have possibly been left on the editing room floor. But in the grand scheme of things, everyone was fantastic. The film was fantastic. I was very happy with the storyline. The fight scene scenes made me interested in boxing again. I think this film proves that this franchise is far from over. What Michael B. Jordan has done with this film is he's opened the door to create a Creed legacy. Now, I don't know if they need to go as far as Fast and Furious did, but I'm here for a few more Creeds. Why not? As long as it's good, keep them coming. But just kudos to Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan Majors, Tessa Thompson, Phylicia, Rashad, and the entire cast and crew of Creed 3. Y'all did that. Drop down in the comments below. Let me know, did you see the film? What did you think about it? Do you agree with my assessment of the film? If not, I am wide open to hearing what you think. And until next time, love you guys. Bye.